This is not financial advice, of course. I'm not a financial advisor, of course. So don't take no financial advice. Actually, probably don't take any advice from me in life. It's going to lead you in a bad direction. No, but seriously, none of this should be misconstrued as financial advice. But I want to jump in today because we have a little bit of a price job, which we talked about yesterday in the live. If you were here, I've been trying to make videos, but it's just not. I've been having some issues, and I don't know if it's user error or what's going on. Started making a video today, and I got a phone call on this one, so this has nothing to do with it being deleted or anything like that. But every time I try to make a video, I get a call, so I'm like, you know what? I am going to just go live and figure it out that way. So I do believe we are seeing around a finishing. Well, I shouldn't say for sure, but I think today's price drop is probably either one of two things. In my opinion, I guess it could be three things. My first thought is, though, is maybe a little more of the dilution, the same round. It's not a new dilution. It's the same one that's been going on. I'm not 100% certain on numbers, but I want to say we were at like 70 to 75% done with dilution. Is it? Did I say it weird? Dilution? My wife keeps saying, like, why do you say dilution? It's dilution. I don't know. Anyways, so where was I? I got sidetracked. 70 to 75% dilution was done. So I'm thinking that today they're probably going to throw some out there. Hopefully all of it, but we just don't know. I did buy in. I had one I bought in right off the bat at 298, and then I got a couple in at like 278. So just kind of my daily buys. But it could have been that. It could be dilution that's setting it down. The other option is it could just be getting shorted down as usual. Or a third, it could just be a pullback, which would be a healthy pullback when you have increases, whatever. But I guess like everyone else knows, when it comes to AMC, it's never normal. The charting's never normal. You can't really read a chart in AMC. You get it's half and half. Like I've read charts in other stocks, and it's a bull flag, bear flag, head and shoulders, cup and handle. Whatever it is. And then you come into AMC, it's like, oh, a bull flag. And then it goes bearish. And it's like, oh, a bear flag. And it pops up. So, for the most part, it kind of follows. But once you start getting a little too confident and you're charting in AMC, it'll just beep, mess you up. But I think we're trading at like, what, 279 right now. So, yeah, a little bit of pullback. I don't anticipate. So if it is a general healthy type pullback, will probably bounce back up to 280, 285, and in the day around that range. If it's shorting, who fucking knows, we'll probably go about 265. If it's dilution, probably around the same. I do think it's dilution, so I think we're going to end the day just kind of totally guessing price prediction here. But I'm going to guess we end the day around that 270 mark. And I do think we saw the bottom. We may get, it's possible, like I know I'm kind of like all over the place, but I do think we saw the bottom the other day. I don't think we'll go much lower than that anytime soon, unless it just gets crazy short attacked. But yeah, same old, man. It's this AMC, a lot of FUD, a lot of trying to discredit you if you're holding AMC, try to make you seem like you're crazy, and then like, don't you know how to, I've noticed, like, I'm in a Wall Street Bets in Facebook. Oh my God, it is not like Wall Street Bets in Reddit at all. It's definitely, it seems compromised. Like they'd be just talking shit, and it's not normal. Like there's some people that talk normal shit, but there's a lot of it that's just kind of like FUD, and it is what it is. It's just gonna continue to be that way. So I don't stress it. I let it roll off my back. But I know a lot of people that I know one guy personally that's contacted me and be like, dude, what do you think about this? What do you think about that? And I'm like, so you're buying into this, and I told him, I said, it's totally up to you. You make your own choices, but some of this stuff is repetitive. Just look down the line, go to YouTube channels, go to my channel. I delete and block half of it, but some of it, you can't help but notice it's the same lines. It's almost like a copy and paste. It could be worded a little different, but it's just always kind of the same thing. And it transitions every month or so into something kind of different, but it all ends in the same, as far as just trying to make you afraid of the stock, or maybe I should get out and join the real market like everyone else and stop trying to gamble. That's the other one. It's a gamble. This thing's a gamble. And, that's one I've been hearing a lot. It's a gamble. I talked about yesterday, for the longest time, everyone told me they was going to go bankrupt. And after Adam Aaron came out and said they can't go bankrupt, it started saying that, oh, well, since now it's going to get delisted. And this is always going to be something to spread fear, but you have to make your own choice. Are you willing to risk it for the biscuit, or are you ready to pull out and move on? That's totally up to you, your decision. For me, the risk reward factor for me is worth it, just because I'm able to invest. Well, I guess it just comes down to I'm investing what I'm willing to lose. I'm not over like extending myself. Yeah, I'm in thousands and thousands of dollars, but I'm also up thousands and thousands of dollars in other sides of the market and crypto and stuff too. So it all works out. Okay, Island of Dr. Moreau. What's up, man? They're going to hit it around the first quarter earnings, May 8th. After that, we start moving up. Yeah, I can see that too. So, and like I said, with AMC, you just never know what the reasoning is. But I will say we've been green a couple days, and any stock play, if you just if we just pretend we're in a different play and you get rid of all the shit that's going on with AMC, green 2-3 days in a row is like, oh shit, you're gonna have a pullback. So I wouldn't stress it. But I do think that still, no matter what, that $3 and $3 range is kind of a resistance. We break through that, then we're gonna see 315, 320, something like that. Man, there's so many gap fills. I wish I had my laptop with me here. I'm at the house. I just dropped the kids off at the school. Battery's low. Apparently my teenager stole my phone charger. So here in a minute I'll jump off. I'll jump back on live again. I got family in town. They're inside making tortillas and eggs and all that stuff. So I'm probably going to run in and grab some of that. But I wanted to jump in on the live. Like I said, my video, I kept trying to make videos. I kept getting phone calls. So I did learn something yesterday. I apologize. I had my ringer on full blast, and I noticed like I watched back some of the playbacks, and you can hear that phone ring. I'm like, oof. Anytime I go live from now on, I'll turn the ringer off so you don't got to get blasted like that. But yeah, I think that's what we got going on today. Like I said, the resistance, to me, I'm seeing resistance at that 302, 303 range. After that, there's I think it could bounce if we were to get past that 303 and hold it. I think the next resistance around 318, 320, somewhere in that area. But there are so many gap fills on the way up. So before, and like I said, I do believe this thing is going to squeeze. So not financial advice, but if it does squeeze, I think you're going to hit all those gap fills first. I think you're going to go up, hit gap fill, and try to shake people off, go down, gap fill down. It's just going to be a wave until it's just uncontrollable. But I do think, I think if this stock were to get maybe around 10, 15, I think that's when it would definitely spiral out of control. But for now, we're in their world, and we're just for me, it's not a horrible thing. Of course, I'd like to be squeezing right now, but at the same time, I'm able to stack up. And at these prices, it's insane. It just so happens, though, that I'm tight on money right now. I've got bills, I got taxes, I got stuff that came up, truck repairs, my RV was crushed by a tree. It's just insane time of year for me to only be able to, like, if I would have had this happen right around Christmas time when my store was crazy busy and I was making decent money off of other things too, man, I would have been stacking up. But for now, I'm getting, I don't even know, I haven't even counted how many shares I'm getting a day, probably anywhere from 10 to 20 a day. I've really cut back on buying anything else, to be honest. I think yesterday I bought a little bit of some of my long-term holds. But for the most part, everything is going into AMC, and buy every couple weeks. Yeah, and that's the thing is normally I think that's a normal thing for people to buy every couple weeks. The way my income works is, since I own a retail shop, I get money on a daily basis, but I know myself well enough to know that I'm not going to save. And when I do save, I'm going to put it other places, like, oh, my kids need this or I need that. So that's how I treat myself. You know what I mean? Every day, I don't go buy a coffee. I don't buy nothing like that. So if you look at it that way, like, I don't go out for breakfast. I know a lot of people on their way to work will stop and get breakfast and coffee, and they're spending 20, 30 bucks throughout the day between lunch, coffee, and all that. And that's what I spend on my shares. So, but yeah, that's what I'm saying. The way it works for me is I just so happen to, I get deposits every morning, every day, and I just do it that way because I know myself well enough to know once I build up, it's harder for me to throw in a $300 order that I during the week. I still spend the same amount during the week, but I just do it through increments. All right. So what we got going on in the comments? Captain, June 15th. Yes. The Rockets, AMC, we hold strong. Yep. We just hold it, man. Buying and holding. It is what it is. There's the people that got their tickets and they understand the dynamics of this and they've done their DD and and I'm done trying to. I don't try to, and I don't think I've ever really tried to convince people, but I've tried to defend myself. Like, no, AMC's gonna do this. Haven't you led this? And I'm kind of done with that because it's like arguing with a wall when it comes to people that are telling you AMC is trash and the CEO is bad and they tell you all this and that, and it's like I'm really just wasting energy because they're not gonna change their mind, and I'm not gonna change. They're not gonna change my mind either way. So we're a community. There's a lot of us. They try to discredit that, but I knew that on Facebook I had a lot of people. I knew on YouTube there's a lot of people. I just started getting on Twitter, and there's a lot more people that there's a lot of information on there that it's like, holy shit. I seen dudes arguing with like hedge fund managers on there, and the hedge fund managers actually responding back. I was like, oh man. So, it is. There's a lot of us. People try to make it seem like there's not, and the funny part is I know a lot of people that buy continuously, weekly, bi-weekly, daily, however it works. But I also know people that don't do any stock market. Like I talked about this yesterday. My brother-in-law's mom has like 20 shares. She has nothing else. But my brother-in-law's brother had bought, his mom, his aunt, a few of them, like 10, 20 shares each when it was around that battle of 801. And he said, just hold on to it, you're going to be rich. And they don't know how to work it. I talked to them the other day, and they're still holding those shares. So you got tons and tons of people. I've got a niece in Washington that has like 10 shares that she's bought when it was, in that big June run up. And there's people that have all those OG shares too. So not only the people like us that are continuously buying, there's tons of people out there, millions, I would say millions of people that are just holding on to just old shares that really don't know the market, that aren't buying in, aren't doing anything else like that. So, all right, hold strong for family members in the play. Over 17,000 shares. Yeah, I mean, I don't know exactly. I know I have a relative that showed me his portfolio. It's much bigger than mine in AMC, and he bought in after me. That's the sad part. I buy in daily, but he's bigger in the market than I am. And it's funny that I didn't even know he played the market, but we wound up talking about it at one of these family functions, and then we started. Everyone was annoyed by us because. Have you ever done that? Gone to like a family function and found one of your cousins or something that's into it, and then you're just like, blah, 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 blah. Did you see this? Did you see that? Did you see SoundHound? Did you see 3AI? And you're just talking. We got it going on AMC, and he was like, no, I'm not in on AMC. And I kind of told him what I thought about it, and he thought I was kind of like the same thing everyone thinks. Oh, it's a conspiracy theory, blah, 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 blah. Turns out, he wound up doing his own DD, wanted to jump into it, and he wound up liking it, and he bought like 2,000 shares just like that. And I'm like, what? I've been trying to get 1,000. Shit. Anyways, man, I just want to jump in. Like I said, I think we have a resistance around $3, $3.02, I would say, possibly 303. I don't think we'll see anything under 265 today, but who knows? I'm gonna jump back in. I got my wifey calling on the other line. You're probably wondering why I'm just sitting in the parking lot. I need to go eat some of these eggs and tortillas and get all freaking full and stuffed to start my morning. But y'all have a good day. I'll come back in with another live here shortly. Peace.